ॐ ॐ यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रणोति तस्मै तमहदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघ्नः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादीनगेन्द्रसङ्गपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतन्त्रस्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शङ्करार्याय वेदान्त गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनामुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिम्। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेवयतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानामुपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्णसन्निहितो भवेत्। Now, through samshaya or through shravanam, samshaya is eradicated. And this samshaya means, is the Shruti really unanimously saying Atma is Brahman? This is the samshaya. Shravanena samshayam. And that's why you will have to study the Upanishads from all the four Vedas. And Bhagavan Bhashyakara, Shankaracharya Bhagavan, has then written his commentary on 10 Upanishads, and that is what one must at least study, which is the minimum requirement. So, through that Shravanam, Tatparya Nishchaya will take place. Indeed, according to the Upanishad, the Atma is said to be Brahman. Atma is Brahman, is what you will understand. Because, and unanimously, all the Upanishads, it is not only meant that those who follow the Yajurveda, only for them Atma is Brahman, or those who follow the Samaveda, and therefore they have Chandogya Upanishad, Tattvamasi Mahavakya is applicable only to them. No, every Upanishad of every Veda, every branch ultimately points out to this fact that Atma is Brahman. So now, at least you do not have any doubt with regards to the pramanam. So pramanagata samshaya nivritti takes place. Okay. Furthermore, now it is all proven to you that Upanishad says Atma is Brahman. Yet in your own mind, it looks like an impossibility. As how can this Atma be Brahman? And this impossibility is expressed also as doubt. How can that be? Well, Upanishad may say Atma is Brahman, but how is it possible that Atma is Brahman? So now there seems to be some form of impossibility. So there is this asambhavana. This impossibility is eradicated through mananam, contemplation. You see? And in Tatvanusandhanam, he said it very beautifully. What is mananam? Upapattibhish, upapattibhihi chintanam. Upapattibhish chintanam. That you do the contemplation through the application of inference. Okay? Through the application of inference. And so then that form of contemplation is called as mananam. So what is that? What is the point of mananam? Why should mananam be done? To eradicate the impossibility. And so there is, why are you saying it is impossible? Because somehow you are not able to see the logical link, and therefore it looks impossible. Now, for example, let us imagine that we are living in the world of 1900, early 1900. Okay, early 1900. Then somebody said in 1905 that we can reach America from India in 24 hours. What does it look to you now? Impossibility. If in the decade of 80s we were told, where we had, the phone which had that dial, if you remember, uh, where we had to dial, and then there used to be these public booths everywhere. Those or only in telephone exchanges there used to be this, and that time it was 50 paisa coin that you had to drop. That time, if somebody was to tell you that you could make a phone call and actually talk to the person with his, or not only audio, with video, that would look what absurd. And when we were told that, you will be actually able to see the person, that time it looked very exciting. And but how? Impossible. Impossible. Then, if somebody in 1905 was to tell you could reach America, you can reach America in 24 hours, or you can talk to your son in America and actually watch him do his own food. This fellow, when he was here in India, he never even lifted one spoon from the table. Now over there, he has to do everything. He has to do everything. And then don't be surprised, he has got a girlfriend and he's washing her dishes also. Now the mother says, hey, either Oh, here you didn't even lift one spoon also. You people must be complaining that, they take the water bottles from the fridge and drink and never refill it. Uh,
Common,
uh,
common complaint.
lazy fellows. Now there, everything you can actually see him do that. And so, how is it possible? It looks like impossible. Both the things are impossible that you can actually watch him do the kitchen and the cooking and everything, and impossible even to think that he can do it. So how that girlfriend has made him do properly. So that logical link which was missing in between, now fill in the blanks. And when you fill the blanks, now will it look impossible? Now with the technology, it's possible. With the aircrafts, now traveling by air is so common. Everybody can do, and anyone is doing, and that should be there. Then when you read Bhagavatam, in Bhagavatam, there is this Kardam Rishi and his wife, Devahuti. It is said they had their honeymoon in the flying saucer or flying palace. The whole palace, they were flying. I don't know where they got down to fill their fuel and all that. Kardam Rishi must be doing it on his mantra shakti. Today, mantra shakti looks impossible. Tomorrow, if something reveals that how sound can be used uh, as fuel, you don't be surprised if atomic power can be used to create electricity, so on and so forth. Hmm. Then now nothing looks impossible. So, what is it that removes the sense of impossibility? What is it that removes the sense of impossibility? The missing link. And this missing link is established through the appropriate logic, inference. Okay? And so now, mananena sambhavana, niridhyasanena viparita bhavana. Now, pramanam is also showing you. Pramanam means just consider you have these eyes are your pramanas. For what? Knowledge of colors and forms. Eyes are your pramanas, without which you cannot have the experience or knowledge of colors and forms. Now you have the proper working eyes. Okay. But somebody is so obsessed with some idea, though he has everything, the same thing right in front of him, he now almost that obsession doesn't allow him to see the fact. Is not it true? Huh? I told you that story of Swami Kashikananji Maharaj, if you remember, that Maharaj was traveling along in his younger days. So this is what he told us. Maharaj also passed away a long time ago now. So in his younger days, which must have been in the early 40s, 50s, whatever, 1940s, 50s, वो समय रहा होगा. So So he was traveling in younger days, and along with him, he had another Mahatma, and they had to go to another village. So they left very early morning. But there was a rumor that outside the village, near the well, which was just outside the boundary of the village, there is a ghost. Now, when they were passing through that, it was still little dark. The light was not, the sun had not risen. So it was little dark yet, that, the pre-dawn period time. When they went, they actually saw somebody standing with his hands spread, a very tall one suspended in the middle of the well. How could somebody stand suspended? He may fall, or if he has to stand, he can stand on the, what do they call, the wall of the well. But here somebody standing in the middle of the well with his hands raised and all that, a tall figure of a figure. And then, so the other Mahatma fell very ill. Gosh, he started trembling, shivering, and then, going into some sort of a pralap also, started mumbling and all that thing. So he was brought back to the village. And so obviously he had seen the ghost, and that's why this was happening. So Maharajji left that Mahatma in care of those villagers over there, and said, I will come back in 2 days after finishing the work in nearby place that he had to go to. So by then, having settled him in all that, he had to pass through that same place. And when he went, he saw that on the well, it was the pulley with two bamboos raised like that, and the pulley is there. So the round thing, it looked like the head, and the man was standing. It obviously, because it is slanting over the well, it looks as if it is suspended on the well. The person is standing. And he said, oh, this is the ghost. Are Ram Ram. This is the ghost. Now, where are the... So after 2 days, when he came back, that Mahatma was still so frightened that, he had not eaten anything and the fever was very high and looked like as if he will die. So he came back, he told that Mahatma it was nothing but it is the pulley on the wall of that well. But that Mahatma could not agree. He said, I have seen the ghost. It is terrible. And now that man's, it took him 6 months to took him 6 months. Those villagers somehow kept him living because it appeared that the ghost wanted to take his life. Huh? See, our Indian ghosts, right? They don't come and bite and all. They have other ways of then killing. They will just show themselves and the person will have fever for 6 months and then die. In foreign countries, these ghosts, I don't like. They come and bite. Biting, not nice. See? Their mothers didn't teach them any manners. They bite. Biting and all shit. So what happens now if there is this viparita bhavana, and if this viparita bhavana is deeply entrenched, now that also will not allow you to see the fact. Correct? It will not allow you to see the fact, and that's why nididhyasanena aham brahmaiti bhavanena. What is removed? Only viparita bhavana, only to remove the viparita bhavana. Now you see, through Shravanam, what is removed?
Samshaya, doubts.
Through the Mananam, what is removed?
Viparita bhavana.
Sambhavana.
Impossibility.
Asambhavana.
Bhavana.
Asambhavana.
And through Nididhyasanam, what is removed?
Viparita bhavana.
Viparita bhavana.
Prita
Now
bhavana.
you see, The whole sadhana is neti, 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 neti. Only removal, eradication, neti, neti. Uh, Viparita bhavanam cha nivartya. Now, having removed that, then what? Dehatmajnanavat brahmatmajnanam chayamanam aparokshajnanam. Now, when through all these Shravana, Manana, that's why you cannot just say I'm Shravana is enough. No, sir, Shravana, along with that, you require Mananam, and along with that, you will also require Nididhyasanam. Nothing, there is no discount over here. Shravana, Manana, and but Swamiji tell us something simple. That is Upanishad study and all too much. All right, तुम भगवान का नाम ले लो. When Bhagwan come has some, daya on you, you naturally will have the inclination and also the buddhi for giving yourself to the Upanishad. Hey, you see. Mhm. Now you know how is our sthiti, our state. It is like Bhagwan has already given you the color, the eyes to see the colors and forms. But then you go to Bhagwan and pray, oh Bhagwan, you keep your hand on my head and then I should be able to see the colors and forms without the eyes. And Bhagwan is saying, but then why have I given you the eyes? If I have to put my hand on your head and all the time it's like that, huh? As it is, you don't wash your head properly, and then I have to keep it on your head. huh? Then why did I give you those set of eyes? Chakshurindriya, why? It is this itself, having a Chakshurindriya itself is the grace of God. So that you can see the colors and forms. So also to see Parmeshwara. Parmeshwara has given you the Shastra as the eyes. Then you are saying that I will not use this. I don't want Shastra. You do some other Jadu Tona. Huh? Then you have total disrespect for Bhagwan's grace. You see? You're saying, no, no, not that. You give me something else. So what Bhagwan has already given, there is a total disrespect for that. No, sir. This is not called as bhakti. This is not even bhakti. In bhakti, whatever Parameshwara gives is accepted with grace, with very gracious, with total gratefulness. Is not it? You go to the temple and the devotee next to you gets a laddu and you get small peda. Then do you complain? You take it and you say, hey Prabhu, oh God, Lord, whatever you have given, thank you. Is not it? You don't say that God's grace is there only if I get laddu because it is bigger than the peda. Uh, so you accept it very gracefully. So also over here, Parmeshwara already has given you the Shastra, and these are the eyes to behold Parmeshwara. The Shastra will show you, that's why Upanishadekagam. And so therefore Shravanena, Samshayam Mananena, Asambhavana, Nididhyasanena, Viparita Bhavanam Nivartya. Now this is gone. Now the Brahmajnanam, Aham Brahma, this knowledge rises. And how is it? It is as clear as at this moment how we are sure about I am the body. Is not it? At this moment, this Viparita Bhavana that I am the body, how one has this very, as a firm, the moment your eyes open till you go to sleep, aham deha is what you say. I am Stri, I am Purush, and so I am this old, I am that old, I am young, and all these things, that nonsense you keep on saying that. Somebody came and said, once I was there in Pune, and I said there is a program for young college, this boys and girls of 16 to 20 and all that. Then was some very, from the adult group of satsangis, then one lady, Swamiji, I am 70, but I still feel, I'm 16. Can I join that program? And then I said, just feel that you have joined the program by the same standard. Just feel. All these are not, this not, you should not call us old. I'm not calling you old, you're in English language only. How old are you, you ask? The language only, I don't say. So what happens is that all this is Dehatma Buddhi. What is Dehatma Buddhi? Anatmani Atma Buddhi. And that's why it is Viparita Bhavana. So when you have Atmani Atma Buddhi, Atma is Brahman, and then therefore you say Aham Brahman. Then this is knowledge. And other things, you saying anything else about this Aham is all Viparita Bhavana. Aham Jivaha is Viparita Bhavana. Dehaha is Viparita Bhavana. I am Stri, I am Purush, I am intelligent, I am stupid. All these are all what? Viparita Bhavana. Mira Vide, do you remember Dakshinamurti Stotram? The sixth shloka. Sixth only, right? Deham pranamapindriyanyavichalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu stri balang jadopamaस्त्वहमिति भ्रांता भृशंवादिनः माया शक्ति विलास कल्पितमः व्यामोह संहारिणे तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. So to say that aham dehaha, I am this body, I am this physical structure is what is the meaning of I. I am this psychological structure, or I am the combination of physical and psychological uh, complex, the body-mind complex, or I am the Shunyam, I am the Jiva, I am Stri, I am Kuman, I am Bal, I am Vriddha. All these are what? Bhrantabhishamvadinaha. Everybody over here is Brahmanilaye Paribhramantaha. Bhrant means deluded, lost. They themselves are lost. Ye can't guidance. You understand? This is lost in samsara. This is lost. Bhranta. So like somebody who is lost in a house of illusions. Hmm. That house of illusions, if you have seen anywhere at a time, there are mirrors and mirrors, and wherever you go, you feel that if this is the door, you go and hit on the glass. Oh, this is not door. That is what happened to Duryodhana. And she
Giri.
laughed. Draupadi said, silly fellow. So he felt very embarrassed and very insulted because some woman laughed at him. He had those big issues. Huh? So Anta Vishamvadinah. So at present, how one is sure about this, that I am man, I am a woman? Do you require to be reminded of that? Do you require
No,
that early morning when you wake up, I'm a man? Is that what you have to remind yourself?
no, no.
Huh? Oh, I'm 45 years, I'm 50 years old. You have to remind? No, your back pain will remind you. Uh, no, nothing. You don't have to be reminded that I am Deha or what this is my name. And so it comes naturally like that. This Brahma Jnanam, Aham Brahma iti, that becomes as clear as that. So over there now the person doesn't have to do Aham Brahma as any abhyas. Knowledge has taken place. But though he has the knowledge takes place, yet for Jivan Mukti you will see that Samadhi etc. is advised. So what happens? Dehatmajnanavat brahmatmajnanam jayamanam is born. Now that what is born, this knowledge is called as aparoksha jnanam. What is this? Aparoksha jnanam. Anena, and it is through this vastu na bhati ti vyavahara hetu abhanavar ashyati. Vastu na bhati. If I am Brahman, why am I not experiencing it? Why am I not seeing this fact? This kind of the query or question that you had earlier, it was due to one avaranam. What kind of avaranam is this?
Varanam. Abhanavaran.
Abhana. Abhana means to know. Abhana avaranam. Why am I not knowing it? Why am I not experiencing it? Why am I not seeing it? Now, you can say very clearly, I know that Aham Brahma. Now, anybody can come and say that I will do some jadutona on you. He says, what jadutona? I am Brahma. One Brahman, what jadutona? And so, no bhayam. So, when Ramana Maharshi was passing away, now Brahmajnani does not die. There is no death only. But, in the physical world, the body has to perish. So then somebody came to him crying, Bhagavan, you will go. One must say, hey, where will I go? Where will I go? Somebody goes to some Swargaloka, somebody can go to Vaikuntha Loka, Kailas Loka, Goloka, and then Devi's Loka. The Upasakas will go. But where will this Brahma Parmeshwara go? You tell. Where should Parmeshwara go? So he who has now known this is what is my nature, where there is no coming and going. Coming and going is samsara. And that's why Parmeshwara is called as Thanuhu Achaloyam. Achala, because he's already there everywhere. I don't have to go, I'm already there. Swami Ramatirtha was standing somewhere on a terrace in someone's home. Then, and he was standing on the top and maybe basking in the sun. He had a very frail health. So you have heard his name, right? Swami Ramatirtha.
जी हाँ स्वामी जी.
नाम सुना है कि नहीं?
हाँ
भास्कर.
सुना है स्वामी जी. सुना है.
Oh, he was a great teacher.
We heard.
सुना है.
There is a set of his works also called as In the Woods of Self-Realization.
Oh.
English. So he was standing on some terrace somewhere. Then somebody said from down below, you jump down. If you are Brahman, you will not die. Na? Now prove you are Brahman. Jump from the terrace and show that you don't die, because Brahma means that which does not perish. So Ramati replied, I am already down there. If I was not to be there, I could have jumped, but I'm already there. You see, this is the clear understanding about the meaning of I. Dehatmajnanavat anena vastu na bhati ti vyavahara hetu abhanavaranam nashyati. Now, so by the paroksha jnanam, which avaranam got destroyed? Asatva avaranam got destroyed. And through the aparoksha jnanam, what got destroyed?
Abhanavaranam.
Abhanavaranam gets destroyed. Okay. So what is this experience? What is this knowledge about himself of the Brahmajnani? Is that Aham Brahma, clear. Naham Dehaha. And therefore you can call the Deha as good or bad. Does it affect me? If you call this table in front of me beautiful, good, useful, useless, ugly table, does it hurt me?
No.
So also, call this body, mind complex, anything that you want. Because ultimately, you are going to call this body, mind complex according to your usefulness. If it is not useful to you, what will you say? It is useless. In America, they have this one concept. Original, they have that concept of the garage sale. What is that garage sale? That whatever, mixer grinder and everything, some, old records and books
The
and some
thrift,
flower vases and
Dump
dinner
there.
sets
the thrift
that they
store.
find
Dump
not
there.
useful for sale outside. $3, $2. One
Swamiji,
Sunday
it's called
morning
the
they will.
thrift.
Huh?
It's called the thrift store. The thrift.
No, thrift store is one thing. They have garage sale also.
Ah, okay.
They just put it out in their garage. I've gone to that to
Hmm.
see what it is. Well,
Oh, yeah.
everything, the screwdrivers and all old things and all that. Why are they?
Yeah,
Why
we
are
have
they
it here
selling it?
as well.
Because they find it useless. So, and why are the other people buying it? Because for them it is
Useless.
useful. So, something you call as useless or something you call as useful, depending upon what your need. It is nothing about that object. That screwdriver which that fellow is selling, calling it useless, is not that screwdriver is useless. He has no use, but his neighbor has the use, so he buys it. You see, so people any which ways are going to call you names. But how much of time is spent just in, giving a clarification? I'm good, I'm bad, I'm nice, I'm not nice. इतना क्या करे? जिसको जो कहना है कहो. That's why there is that very beautiful song Pujo Guruji sings it. कोई वंदो कोई निंदो कोई कैसे कहो रे राम साथे प्रीत बांधी होय तैसे होय. If somebody wants to praise you, let him. And somebody wants to censure, let him. Why? Now Ram Sathe Preetaban. Because my uh, the string of love is tied at Rama's feet. Ram Sathe Preetaban. Hoye taise hoye. Jo ho raha hai so hone do. I have no objection about it. So this person life is free of all complaints, no complexes, no issues. It is all resolved. Who is he? Brahmajnani. That's why he has no complexes at all. And this is not what Abhishek Chaitanya says, Upanishad only says. Bhidyate hridaya granthihi chidyate chidyante sarva samshayah क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे. The Hridaya Granthi meaning all these complexes. It is your superiority complex, inferiority complex, or some guilt complex, or some anxiety complex. All these complexes are gone. All gone. Resolved. So there is some saint, Sokhamela. He says, how is the life of this person? Jine Ganghogache Pani. How is his life? How is he living? Because that Vyavahara will continue till the body Prarabdha is there. But how is it? Is pure, clean, clear, and sanctifying like the water of the Ganga flow. Jine Gangau Ghase Pani. So now you see Brahma Jnanam, Dehatma Jnanavat, Brahmatma Jnanam, Chayamanam, Paroksha Jnanam, Anena Vastu Nabhatiti Vyavahara Hetu Abhanavarnam Nashyati. Evam Paroksha Jnanena Cha Brahmanasti Nabhatiti Vyavahara Hetu Avaranadvayam Api Nashyati. It is through Paroksha Jnanam. Brahma Nasti, this avaranam is gone. Asatva avaranam goes away. And through aparoksha jnanam, what goes away? Apana air. Tada anartha nivritti. And thus you are saved from the misery. Okay, anartha nivritti. Anandavaptishcha. Sir, there is no misery, but what about sukham? Anandavaptishcha. He attains the highest, unfathomable, immeasurable joy, which is him himself. Not that, joy outside, something else. No. And this is what he is by nature. I will not become happy. I am happiness. That is what he discovers. Aham sukham. Sukhi wukhi nahi. Aham sukhame. That's why. Tada anartha nivrittihi anandavaptischa bhavataha. Now, actually, in this description, this author has condensed the seven steps of liberation, the 7 steps of liberation, and he has presented it in this way. But what he has presented is nothing apart from the 7 steps of liberation. Like how you have Saptapadi. When you get married, around the fire you walk. And how many that is called as Saptapadi, 7 steps. In Manusmriti, it is said that if you walk with somebody, even 7 steps, then you can call him as your friend. Don't call him as your friend. That's why the husband accepts the wife accepts the husband, and now they have decided to walk together. And because they are friends, so they are equal. So there is Saptapadi. Like that, there are these 7 steps of liberation. But over here, you don't have to hold somebody's hand and walk. Uddhareda Atmanatmanam. Otherwise, we want some soul mate. No soul mate and all. In Goa and Maharashtra, Konkan, they have something called as soul kadhi, not soul mate. We'll give you soul kadhi. Uh, okay? No soul mate. No, walk alone. Iti saptavasthaha siddhyanti. So thus, that through this up to anartha nivritti and ananda vapti, up to this point, what happens is this saptavastha siddhi. What takes place? Siddhi, accomplishment of all the 7 steps has taken place. The 7 steps of liberation. What are those? Saptavasthanama. Sir, what is that? He says, I will tell you through this shloka from Panchadashi. Vidyaranya Swami's Panchadashi. Ajnanam avratistadvad vikshepascha parokshadhihi aparokshamati shoka hatistraptir nirankusha iti. Now you can start counting. Ajnanam avratihi विक्षेपः परोक्षधि अपरोक्षमति शोकहति निरंकुशा तृप्ति. How many? Got all 7? All 7. Ajnanam, the first thing is the ignorance. From the ignorance arises avaranam, avriti. So also tadvat vikshepaha, like the avaranam. What comes next? Vikshepaha, the projection. Then comes parokshadhi. Then comes the indirect knowledge. Then comes the direct knowledge. And when the direct knowledge takes place, all the suffering is resolved. Shokahatihi. Therefore, he becomes free from all anxiety about future, guilt about the past, fear. He becomes free, free, free. Otherwise, all our life is only hide and seek. We are trying to hide something from the people and trying to project something to the people. And whole life is this unending project of hiding and proving. And this Gorakh Dhanda, useless activity, goes away, and he is Shokahatihi. Then Nirankusha Trupti, there is Ankusha, means the goad, G-O-A-D, with which the elephant is controlled. It is just a small stick like that, a steel rod with a little pointed hook, hmm, like that. So elephant is such a massive animal. And it can move mountains, it can push such power. But big rocks and trees, it can push. Huh? But then this elephant is controlled by this frail looking Mahout. This fellow himself is all the time bleeding. When he gets that bout of cough, you feel that his lungs only will come out. He's in such bad condition. But when this agarbatti chap goes and sits on that elephant, this agarbatti, he can control that elephant. Sir, how is it doing? It is just one little ankush, that gourd. Through that it is controlled. So over here, your happiness is as if controlled by these external factors. Hmm. Let us say you are very, very happy, you purchased a new sari, and then you're showing it to everybody. And then your neighbor, she comes, "Eh, how much did you purchase it for?" You say 600. What 600? I saw it for 450 in another shop. Gone. That whole joy of wearing the sari showing gone. Satka satka.
निर्मले चैतन्य वस्तुनि नित्याबोध प्रपंच कल्पना.
What happened? Awesome. What happened, Sundaram?
Sorry, Swamiji. I was just going through.
No, don't go. You be with me. Don't go anywhere. You say, gone. So what has happened? Ankusha. Like Ankusha, your tripti, that satisfaction is all destroyed. Just with one sentence, somebody said, your all satisfaction, joy, all gone, destroyed. But what happens with this Brahmajnani is whatever may come and go, even if there is the pralaya, the deluge of all the three worlds can take place, yet his peace, his joy, his satisfaction is not compromised even this bit. It does not make even a dent on his joy and peace. And that's why, how is his peace and joy? Nirankusha. His contentment, trupti is how? Nirankusha. एवं आकाशवन् निर्मले चैतन्य वस्तुनि मिथ्याभूत प्रपंच कल्पनम अध्यारोपः. Now you don't forget where we have begun and where we have come. What did he started telling you? That in order to know Brahman, how do you know Brahman? Through the process of
Adhyaropa Bhavadhyam.
Dhanyavad. Adhyaropa Pavad. Now he says that like that, evam, thus in this way, that Chaitanya Vastu, the consciousness which is the ultimate reality, how is it? Akashavan Nirmalaha, like the space. You cannot pollute the space. The air in it can be polluted, the water in it can be polluted, but can the space be polluted? The space remains untouched by everything that is there, like that Akashavan Nirmal, like that space which is free from any contamination. Akashavan Nirmale Chaitanya Vastuni, in this consciousness, the prapancha is is seen means there is appearance of this prapancha. And because it is an appearance, what do we call technically to an appearance? Mithya. And therefore, mithya bhuta prapancha kalpanam adhyaropaha. This is called as adhyaropa. Okay. So far, we have seen what is called as adhyaropa. Now, can somebody please tell me what is adhyaropa? Have you found the definition of adhyaropa in the earlier pages? What is that? Now, in the pages that we have seen earlier, the definition of adhyaropa was nishprapancha atmavasti prapancharopaha adhyaropaha. What is that definition? Nishprapancha atmavasti prapancharopaha adhyaropaha. Now, in the conclusion, what is it talking about adhyaropa? Akashavan Chaitanya Vastuni Mithyabhuta Prapanchakalpanam Adhyaropaha. So that what he had begun, he has concluded in the same tune. Okay. Right. So we have seen this Adhyaropa. Now, what is called as Apavad is very, very small. And we will see this Apavad when we meet tomorrow in the evening. Please don't go away after the Shanti part. I have to make an announcement, please. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhadarayam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ शान्तिः 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 नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर
Hara
महादेव
Mahadev.
ओके